Jamar.
What's going on YouTube?
Washington.
This is boy, Marty 4 here once again. Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy Marty 4 here once again, and we're here to review the latest episode that just came on for Empire. Now, this episode was a hell of a lot better than the last, 2 or 3? I think it's only been 2, right? Is this episode 3? I believe so. But, Empire was starting off a little slow. There was a lot of articles talking about, how Empire had, like, that sophomore slump, like, season 2's kind of been, And I would agree. I would agree that it's kind of been a little all over the place. It's almost like they're trying to start like 4 or 5 different storylines all at the same time while still trying to carry the same ones from last season. It's like we got too much to try to remember and focus on right now, and it's just like a little all over the place. But this episode, they focused in a little bit more, and it kind of helped it go along a little bit. So I'm glad to see that. So the episode starts off, Jamal starts singing his song, but as Jamal is, singing his song in the studio, the feds, the FBI is raiding through Empire, tearing up shit, looking for who knows what just yet. And, he's just going and singing this song. Everybody's looking all scared and shit. The FBI just coming and tearing shit up. I'm just like, oh, Lord, what's going on? What's happening? And Hakeem and Cookie and Anika are all, sitting down, meeting. And then they figure out that, Empire is getting raided. So Cookie's like, okay, good. Let's call, that means that, what's her name? That bitch that left them, the lead girl, said, tell her, she will probably try to come back to us since the Empire is getting fucked up. Call these other people. We about to take over their shit. And, ooh, my bad. So, as they leaving, Cookie's going out. She thinks she a bad bitch. She about to go take over some shit. She walks out the motherfucking door, and the FBI is coming to get her shit. She like, Cookie was gagged. She was like, oh shit, wait, what? They getting my shit too? Oh shit, she wasn't ready for that. She's like, oh hot damn, well shit. So, and I think it was the prosecutor. Y'all was calling because the lady's name is hello. The lady's name is Roxanne, but y'all can call her the prosecutor with the big ass titties. So. As the FBI is raiding through Empire. Who was it? It was that thirsty. Was he a lawyer? Yeah, the guys that prosecuted the guy I said looked like a pimp named Slickback. The lawyer, he was sleeping in Lucius couch or something, and Lucius was in a bed with the new bitch. I'm like, who is this bitch? She doesn't get any kind of introduction or nothing. I guess she was just a one night stand, a quick fling or something. I'm like, okay. And as the prosecutor with the big titties is coming through, she busts in the bedroom. I don't know what she expected to find. I mean, I guess, whatever. She come through the house and she see him and Lucius is standing there just naked talking about, look wherever you like, baby. And y'all saw it. She did do like a quick up down. She did do like a quickie. She got herself a quick peek. But everybody else on Twitter was reading Terrence Howard down. People's like, now, Terrence, we know you got a Vienna sausage down there. Don't play. I think I did see like a clip from some movie a long time ago where Terrence was naked and you could see his penis. It did look, let's say Terrence Howard has his shortcomings. Let's just call it like that. But he was making it seem like he was working with a motherfucking Mandingo monster down there, but okay. She didn't look necessarily too thrilled when she looked down. I don't know. But we already know at some point in this season, they're going to bang. They're going to do at least once. At least once, we're going to call it right now. So, everybody else is in the Empire meeting panicking about this whole situation with the FBI. We're like, well, what the fuck are we going to do? And Lucius comes in and gives this speech talking about no, this is actually a good thing because in the streets, back where I'm coming from, he said hip-hop wasn't made on Wall Street. Hip-hop was made in the hood. And if the cops come and raid your shit, you a gangster. But if the feds come and raid your shit, you a OG gangster. I'm like, And they were kind of for it, making it like, oh yeah, he right, this, that, and the fourth. I'm like, I don't see that working. I don't see that principle applying in the corporate world, because if that's this shit, it seemed like it would kind of tarnish your name. It seemed like if I'm an artist per se, and a label that I just saw in the news is getting raided by the FBI, and they try to sign me, I'm gonna be like, I don't know if that's necessarily the career path I don't want to go in. So I don't know if I necessarily agree with what Lucius was talking about. You know, I'm just gonna be like, oh, okay, girl, if you say so. But that may work in, you know, the drug game, I guess, as far as your rep or your street cred. But as far as handling business, like legit business, I don't know. I don't know if that's the kind of person you want to deal with, somebody who got raided by the feds. You know, but that's just me. So Lucius and Cookie and Hakeem and them have this meeting about the whole situation, and Hakeem just straight up asked, like, look, did you kill Bucky? And they showed the scene of him killing him, shooting him dead in his face. And Lucius looked at his son dead in his eyes and said, I love Bucky like he was a brother. I would never lay a finger on him. And just made it seem so easy, so effortless. It just flowed out. Like it didn't even bother him at all. I'm like, see, that's how you know Lucius is a true cold-hearted bitch, because goddamn. You know, he just doesn't give a fuck, and you ain't gonna get the truth out of him no matter what. So, so they all come to the conclusion that they have to, you know, find Vernon so that he won't, you know, testify about the whole Bucky thing, because I think Vernon was the only other person who knew or had video footage of, you know, him killing Bucky, and so as they said, you know, Bucky's the only way out. He was like, well, Andre is sitting there shitting the brick, because he's like, well, shit, I know I buried him. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. So he's sitting there sweating bullets. I'm like, oh, shit. Every time, you know, pressure is put on Andre, I'm just scared he's going to go back and cry in the shower or do something crazy again. I'd be always scared for Andre's life. So I just want to quickly talk about Cookie and her fashion this episode. Who dressed Cookie? Cookie's usually dressed to the nines, bitch, but not this week. From head to toe, it was a mess. It was truly a mess. I told her she was walking around with them Beyonce bangs, where the bangs stop here and shit. Now, maybe they weren't that high. Maybe a little bit further down. But they weren't that far off, bitch. It just it was not the most flattering look for Cookie. She's looked better, you know, in previous episodes. So, you know, when Lucius was giving his whole speech about being a gangster and whatnot, he mentioned that Jamal was going to get this cover with Rolling Stone magazine. And so they're at this shoot, and Jamal is like in his little flowy, would look like a robe or whatnot. And he's there with the artist and his boyfriend. And the artist is trying to, you know, tell him, well, Jamal's trying to say, like, okay, so what do you want me to do? Like, do you want me to kind of stand like this? Or how should this, you know, whole shoot go? He was like, you know, just play or do whatever you're feeling, and just play what's genuine to you. And something. He's like, okay, so we start singing this another song, which was cute. And he was like, oh, so gorgeous. He was like, I just want to be inside you. I believe the world collectively was just like, Buckeye, like, what he just, you want to do what? At first I thought he said that just like as just something that could be taken the wrong way. But then once they panned over to Jamal's boyfriend, he was looking like, oh bitch, don't try it. He's looking like, oh man. And this is the same thing that happened last season when Jamal was talking to that other, I think his name was Ryan, the other black guy with the curly hair that Jamal fucked last season. He started looking all, you know, crazy and shit and all sad-eyed. I'm just like, oh shit. I feel bad for the boy, because the boy seems really sweet and innocent thus far. So it just kind of makes me feel bad when he be sitting there getting hurt. But you can't, and then that artist looked like a total bum. Like, you look 10 times better than him. I really wouldn't be that much worried. But he was like, oh, this bitch is trying my man. This bitch is really trying to come for my man at this photo shoot. And people was posting memes like, I'm gonna cut you, bitch. It's like talking about what's the name should have been like, I'm gonna cut you, bitch, if you try my man again. Try me, ho. So, we're gonna move on down the road. So now we get to this scene where Andre is sitting up here laying in bed. You know, he just can't sleep. He's going through it again. So he's in the mirror, and now let me tell y'all. I hate Twitter because I was watching reading my timeline while watching this episode, and when he was, did y'all saw Andre sitting in the mirror, you know, with his legs? I was like, Andre got some skinny ass legs, but he got a fat ass though. He got the cake, but he got them skinny ass legs. And damn it, Miss Gia on Twitter talked about Andre skip every leg day ever. Because he did have them little tiny ass legs. I don't know if it was the shorts he was wearing or what, but it made it look bad that his ass was fat. It was just like all out here with the cakes, and then the legs is like, you know, this, like, or shit, or the pinky finger, like it just looked really, really funny. And then he gets to the wife, and he tries to tell her about, I think we're gonna dig up the body because, you know, that could be my way back in the Empire. And she's like, oh, we could go to prison, bitch. Like, I don't think so. She was trying to be, you know, hesitant to it, but then he started going like, God's been speaking to me. And she's like, what did he say? And he was saying that this is something that he wants to do. Empire is where he belongs and all this shit. And I'm just like, see, this is how you know. The writers knew that Andre's character could not have been married to a black woman. A black woman is, you told me that if you're doing all this crazy shit, if you in the shower and shit crying in your fully clothed suit, and you trying to kill yourself, and you talking about God trying to talk to you, and you trying to dig up bodies and shit, they were gonna be like, I can't deal with this. I'm out. Black women. I tell you, it'd be them white women that be them real ride or dies. I'm telling you, but. I just said there was no way that no black woman. I could imagine a black woman dealing with all the shit that Andre got going on. I just can't see it. So, Cookie's on the phone, and a police car pulls up and arrests her. She's like, "What the fuck am I getting arrested for?" And for something about not appearing at a court order or something. And she had shouted out, If I die in police custody, I did not commit suicide. And people was like, you know, shout out to Lee Daniels for giving an ode to Sandra Bland. I was like, okay, it was still kind of funny the way she did it though. But so Cookie's in, you know, police custody, and then the Roxanne, the prosecutor with the big ass titties, comes in, and you know she tried to get her to snitch and tell her what she needs to know. She was like, I can put you away if you don't tell me what I need to know. And at first Cookie was like, I ain't fucking with it. But then she was like, you know, me and the Lions, we're strong, this and that shit. The prosecutor was like, oh, okay. Well, guess what? I'm gonna come after your sons. And you just see Cookie's whole face was just like, bitch, I wish you would. And she was like, you wouldn't dare, bitch. And she was like, oh yeah, it would be a shame if, you know, Andre's recent medical files got leaked. And I was just like, oh, you are low down ornery, bitch. You gonna cover the person's kids, and not only a person's kid, but a person's child's medical condition? That's some low level shit. But she gonna do what she has to do to get what the fuck she wants, apparently. And Cookie's like she said something along the lines of "fuck you and your whack ass weave." Now I'm like, now Cookie, ma'am, your fashion and your whole wig of choice in this particular scene is not the time to be talking about somebody else's whack weave, because the way these bangs, the way that them bangs is set up, girl, you have no room to be talking about nobody's weave. Hell, her wig didn't even look all that bad, but yours, you ain't had no room to talk, bitch. I'm just saying. And you know, the old big titty prosecutor lady Roxanne, she leaves, and then Cookie starts remembering how she wanted to kill her damn self and how hard it was in prison, and she started rethinking like, okay, I can't, you know, I don't want to go back there, so I got to give this bitch something. I'm just like, oh damn, is Cookie about to sit here and start thinking about snitching Lucius out just so she can save herself from being in prison? And I mean, she did threaten her kids, so I'm just like, she probably gonna snitch on his ass. But I'm like, oh shit, here we go. So This next scene was probably like the biggest oh my god scene. Well, no, not the biggest oh my god, but one of the biggest oh my god scenes is when Hakeem is supposed to be doing this online video with Jamal because, you know, he can't come back to Empire and his whole legal shit. Well, not that he can't come back to Empire, but he's blocked from radio, so he has to try to get, you know, like a presence online. So they're doing this video, supposed to be doing this video, and everybody was like, this is the same set as California Love, but all right. And the artist presents the Rolling Stone painting that he did, the photo shoot. And, you know, it looks really nice. It looks beautiful. It was, you know, very well painted. But for some reason, Hakeem wasn't with it. Okay, Hakeem was like, what the fuck is this painting here doing here? Like, we supposed to be doing a shoot. If Cookie was here, this wouldn't be, this painting would be out of here. And everybody, and I'm sitting here lost like everybody else. Like, huh? What? I'm like, is the jealousy that real? Like, is it that bad that you can't even just say, like, acknowledge that a painting looks good? And he done got, I don't know where he got the knife from. I don't know who was holding the knife, but he went up there and stabbed the shit. I'm just like, oh boy, this isn't gonna go well, but I'm gonna watch the shit. And so the video shoot progresses. Okay, they doing the whole, the director is trying to tell them, you know, I forget what she said the whole point of the video was, but it said it's supposed to be conquered by your brotherly love. And everybody's looking like pissed off. And she's like, okay, well, I can tell there's some tension in the room here, but action. So the video starts going, and, you know, they doing the little part, you know, Hakeem did his whole rap part, you know, and what's the name? Jamal did his whole, you know, singing part. And there, I guess there's supposed to be like a part in the video where they're in the middle. I don't know if they're supposed to be fighting or they were supposed to be pretending fighting, but that shit got real quick. They start wrestling on the floor. Jamal, well, Hakeem got Jamal down on the ground, and he picked up a bat and was about to beat this shit. Everybody else was just like, and then he left. I was like, oh shit, that shit could have got ugly real fucking quick. But I'm glad he didn't do it. I'm just like, God damn, Hakeem. But let me say this about Hakeem. I don't know what it is about this particular episode. I don't know what it was about this episode, or really this season, I think. But I look at Hakeem, and I said this on Twitter. I said, when I hear him talk, and I see him sometimes, it's just like my loins start to flutter. I don't know why he's been turning me on so much this particular season. Because, I mean, I acknowledged last season he was cute, but I don't know what it is about him now. But, damn. I don't know. Hold on. Whew. Okay. I'm ready, girl. I'm ready. Just had to cool off. So the Cookie brings back the Roxanne big titty prosecutor bitch back in, and she starts telling like this whole elaborate lie, like she didn't really know that she didn't know that Lucius killed Bucky or not, but she just tried to give the lady like just a little bit, but kind of skew her off in the wrong direction at the same time, so that she would protect herself and her sons. I'm like, bitch, you bad. That was a good idea. Hope that shit don't back off on you, ho. So Andre and his wife are out digging up this body. Now he tried to leave on his own and try to do it, you know, on the slide. But here this bitch come like, nope, through thick and thin, till death do us part or prison, we gonna do this shit together. I'm like, okay, I understand you being a ride or die bitch. I get that. You stand by your husband, cool, great, awesome, you know, attribute for a wife to have. But there's a limit. You are too much of a ride or die. Like sometimes you gotta be like, this is you, bitch. I ain't about to get involved. That's another thing I told you, this would not work with a black woman. No black woman, if you see your man sneaking out in the middle of the night to dig up a dead body, you'll be like, you got it, cause I ain't in it. I ain't got nothing to do. I will not be held accountable for this shit here. So they digging up the body. They're still looking for it, and they realize I said all these trees have 4 holes. Now I don't know if I missed it or if they was trying to say like, okay, you know, the body's in the middle with all the holes with the trees or something like that. I'm thinking, okay, if all these trees have holes, I'm thinking they're looking around getting all suspicious and shit. I'm like, hell, did the holes have cameras in them? Did they get recorded, you know, buried in the body or something? I'm like, what did the holes have to do with it? And then they said, oh, they all look the same, so now they don't know where the body is. I'm like, oh, okay, because they was made it seem like, hell, was somebody watching them through the holes or something? Does there secret cameras? That's what I was thinking. Did anybody else think that? Or maybe it probably was just me. But somebody drives up and I'm just like, oh shit. Well, they're fucked. That's what I was thinking. But then it turned out to be Lucius and the thirsty, you know, a pimp named Slickback lawyer. So I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I guess they can breathe a sigh of relief because y'all saw Rhonda. Rhonda was about to piss herself. She thought this shit was over. She thought it was about to be. She was about to go to jail. She was about to just start boohoo crying, but she just gave out a sigh of relief. And then the damn lawyer just so happened to have a damn, what do you call it, a corpse detector? Just a handy dandy corpse detector? I'm like, where the fuck would you get that shit from? But okay. And Lucius looks at his son like, you killed Vernon. And you know, the wife tells him, you know, everything that happened. And he's like, I'm very proud of you. I'm like, he was like, you saved my life. I'm just like, well, damn. At least Andre got his father's approval some way, even though he had to kill somebody to do it. He got it, I guess, for now, anyways. So, Hakeem is in this bar or this. The fuck? Damn dog at the other side of the door. Hakeem was in this bar or whatever, and he looked like he was about to, you know, send a text to Jamal trying to say, I'm sorry about, you know, stabbing your painting and whatever. And then he starts hearing this girl start singing, and I'm like, okay, she started off singing, she looked like she was timid, and I'm like, okay, all right, come on, girl, let's get this shit going, like, what you got for me? And then once she actually started hitting that note, I was like, oh, okay. There you go. Why couldn't we have started off with that kind of energy? But she was singing off in Spanish, and not Jamal, I keep getting these boys confused. Hakeem was looking at her like, okay, first of all, this could be my next piece of ass, first of all. But then at the same time, she could be the next lead singer in my little girl group. My, what do you call it? Menage a trois? If it's still going to be called Menage a trois. So... That's what that's going to be like. And then, so Andre and, you know, Lucius and the rest of them dig up this body and they put it in the backseat of, I guess, Lucius's car's trunk. And, you know, he says he wants to say some sentimental words at first since he didn't get to say it before. And he's like, I'm sorry, I love you, all this shit. I'm just like, girl, whatever. Whatever, because you love him, but you buried him 6 feet under just for the sake of the empire. Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess to protect your daddy, but whatever. It just seemed a little weird. And then Lucius was trying to be like, let me get a few words of my friend. Let me get a few words of my friend. And they leave, and he's like, you snitching motherfucker, I hope you burn in hell. Because he was the only other person that knew that that he killed Bucky, so shit. With him dead, Lucius off the hook. So with that, he's like, hey, you know, I'm very proud of you. He gives his son a hug and says, welcome back to the Empire. I'm just like, well, okay, is this real? Can Andre finally stop being on the edge? Or is this going to be temporary until Andre fucks up again somehow? Because, you know, he's crazy. And the ultimate gag of the episode was the very end. So Roxanne, the big titty prosecutor bitch, she leaving out her house, or at least what I believe was her house. And she's all excited. She's about to leak the information that she got from Cookie in relation to this whole thing about the whole Apex deal. She's trying to tell him, put this shit to the press. We want this shit to be out. She gets into her car, fastens her seatbelt, looks over into her driver's side, and there's a full-fledged mummified Vernon in the damn seat, and she starts screaming. I was like, oh, bitch, that is shady. She was looking for Vernon. Well, bitch, you found him. Mummified, ho. And that's how the episode ended. Oh, shit. That was good. That was good, Empire. We back. We back here. I appreciated that. But that was the end of the episode, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys thought of the whole episode. I want to see this. I want to see if this artist is going to keep trying to come at Jamal and what his boyfriend going to do. That's what I'm kind of interested in. So, thanks again for you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you share. Follow me on Twitter at Jamar84. All my links should be in the description box below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
Like, share, subscribe. Jamar, Washington.